All right, headed out on a hike from the McAfee Knob Trail Head and heading north. We have Tio and Chica and myself, the Three Musketeers. Three Musketeers are heading out. Say good morning. It's a nice walkway they built up here. So you get to places like this, and once again, as a little bit of a review, what you are looking for are the white blazes. That's what we are looking for. The white blazes, which you can see on a couple of the trees right there. Just keep following these north for thousands of miles. So the start of the morning has been overcast. We just passed a couple hikers coming back from the knob, and they said you can see each other up there, but after that you can't see anything other than a sea of clouds. So we'll get up there and not have much of a view, but that's all right. We'll get our pictures and move on. Again, only doing 4.5 miles today. We're just getting started, our first day out here, and just taking our time. Not in any rush. Enjoy what we can. Bed down nice and early tonight. But so far, this has been the trail. Fairly easy. And I say easy, the trail itself. As far as elevation gain, we're going up a little bit and now down, but the trail itself is nice and overall smooth. Hasn't been too bad at all. So as you can see, we have 3.4 miles to McAfee Knob. So, like I say, not too much of a view. You can see a little bit down there through the trees. That's about it. Okay, so this is what they call a blowdown. You can see the tree has been, it blew over. There's the huge root ball there. But this tree blew down and it went right across the trail. So they have volunteers who come out and are certified to use certain chainsaws, and they use that to cut it up. So instead of hikers having to try and figure out their way of climbing over the blowdown, you still get to continue right along your trail. So it's really nice to have volunteers who come out and take care of stuff like this. But just to give you an idea, I mean, that's how far the branches went on that tree. Just amazing. Sometimes you get to areas like this. They're not too bad. This is a well-worn section of the trail because of the number of people who just go from the parking lot up to the knob and then back. It's about, I think, a 4-mile hike up there and then a 4-mile hike back. So you'll have a lot of day hikers who go out. Actually, there's been a few runners as well. So maybe they come up here and run every day. But it's been a lovely morning so far. The great part is it's not too hot. This has been overcast in the mid to lower 40s. It's just, to me, a perfect day for hiking. It feels good to be out here again. Always the night before I start, I get a little excited and nervous all at the same time, but this has been, so far, so good. This whole section here is a bunch of blowdowns. And again, thank you to all the volunteers who over the time have come out and cut the big chunks of wood away so we can just walk right through and not have to climb over and or under them. It takes a lot of volunteers to get this done, the trail taken care of. I'd signed up to volunteer, but I didn't get chosen to go out. So once I get back off trail, I'll find time to sign up again, try to volunteer. Takes a lot of people, a lot of effort to keep the trail maintain. I'm thinking the trail's going to wind around, or it'll be a side trail, but down there in the distance, I don't know if you can see a bit of a shelter, or they're building the shelter, and that's the actual, no, I think that's the shelter. I don't think that's the potty. The higher up we go, the foggier it is getting. So obviously we're getting into the clouds. Getting quite a bit of moisture up here as well. It's not raining, but just the mist from the clouds. So when coming down the trail and you see a double blaze like this, that means watch for changes ahead. So as you can see, we're coming down the trail here, and we're going to turn a bit to the right. So, watching for a change ahead. And now we're in kind of like a green tunnel. So we continue to head downhill from McAfee Knob. We should be, I don't know, I'm going to guess 3/10 of a mile from the shelter. This is where we're going to stop for the day. I think it was a total of 4.4 miles for the day. So just a nice uphill climb to the knob, and now a downhill climb to the shelter, and just to start breaking us into the trail again. Still pretty overcast. A bit chilly out. Looks like we have a fairly recent blowdown here. At least we can still get through the trail. Just keep following the white blaze. Oh, there we go. Levels out pretty nice here. Not too bad. Alright, coming up here to a tenting area. This is called Pig Farm Tenting Site. We're going to go on down about 100 more yards or so to the actual campground. I'm sorry, shelter. But this is a nice tenting site here. And for those who don't know, this big container you see on the right hand side, it's called a bear box, or storage for your food bags, so the bears can't get into it, or any of the other critters. And these look fairly new. So yep, just put your hand underneath there, open it up, and put your food bag inside and close it back down again. So this is a nice tenting area. Nice picnic table, a little fire pit. So, and then down through the woods, let's see if I can show it to you. You can see the roof for the shelter we're headed to. Right way down there. There we go. So not too far away, but very nice. Right, so there's the sign showing us the shelter's down this way. And you'll notice now on the tree there is a blue blaze that lets you know you're on a side trail, but you're not on the actual Appalachian Trail at that point. So, come on down here. It has a nice platform on it, up off the ground there. this was Campbell Shelter. I'll have to look it up again. Oh, yes it is. Up on the side there, sign, it shows Campbell Shelter. Nice place to store the food right there. That's awesome. Down there is the privy. And then this is what it looks like from the front part of the shelter. So if you get in there, you get a shelter spot. You normally try to take the one against the wall there, so you're out of the wind, not right out in the open. And how nice, there's even a picnic table here. So all very good. And there we have it, home sweet home for the night. Sleeping bag in there, my pillow, my air mattress is underneath. Oh, it's a sleeping quilt. This is a sleeping bag liner. It's all cotton, so I'll climb in there and put this over the top depending on the temperature. It is going to be a little chilly tonight, windy. But yeah, that is the setup. And that's the whole thing. And got her done. Put my backpack in there after I take my food out and be ready to eat some food. I'm hungry. Good morning. It's the 3rd of April, getting ready to head out from Campbell Shelter, heading north. We're going to try and make it a little over 6 miles, not much, just a little more than 6 miles today to, I think it's 2 shelters away from here. But anyway, looks like it's going to be a fairly decent day. It'll be overcast, but the temperatures are going to rise, so it could be up in the high 70s today, which is quite the change from yesterday. We'll be passing by Tinker Cliffs. Hopefully the clouds will be away enough for us to get a view from up there. But had a good night's sleep last night. That's about it. It rained a little bit, not much, but I love the sound of that rain when it's a drizzle on the tent. Just kind of lulls me to sleep. So it was a good night. It was a really good night, and hopefully it'll be a great day today. So far this morning, the trail has been friendly to us. That's heading south on the trail where we've come from. And slowly turn around here, and this is heading north where we're going. Like I say, the trail has been very friendly to us this morning. No major climbs. Just a nice, easy walk so far. So all is good. Not a lot of roots. Not a lot of rocks overall. So the kind of trail you don't mind handling, that's for sure. Temperatures have gone up a bit. I've changed from having a light long sleeve outer cover to just my short sleeve shirt. It's a beautiful day, a light breeze, overcast, so we're not burning up with heat. But we do know that in about, I don't know, 5 days, the temperatures are going to drop way down. It'll be 50 during the day and down into the 30s at night. So it'll be quite the change. And that's why you bring a lot of layers with you. So coming up on a blowdown that's been here for a while. It has not been removed yet. Since it's right across the trail, you can see where everybody has made a detour off to the side here to go up and around it. So all you have to do is just skip over a little bit of it and not try to get under it or straddle all the way sitting on it to get down. And then just back down the trail into the leaves. It's very difficult hiking on top of leaves like this because you can't see what's underneath. So quite often you end up stepping in a hole or tripping on a rock or a root. So just take the time going through it and pick the feet up nice and high. Yep. Got a little bit of a view of another ridge line over there. You can tell I'm huffing, just came up a hill. Still working our way up. Well, that's the view of the blowdown from the other side, looking south. All right, I'm getting closer to an area called Tinker Cliffs. So, I tell you, those hills kick my backside. I think unless I live in the Swiss Alps or something, they're just always going to kick my backside. Ugh. Hi, Chica.
Hi, guys. This is a fun little here. Hopefully.
That's where I came from. Heading up there. Pretty neat, the rock formations here. Whew, I'm tired. So we're up here on the ledges, looking down over some reservoir down there. Carwin or something reservoir. You can see some mountains in the distance. The clouds making a ring around the one over there that has a whole bunch of antennas on it. But we made it halfway up this rock side, and we're going to finish. Look at that. We're almost to the top. And we did not go all the way down there. So we are doing great. Alright, so this is how it can get tricky sometimes on the trail. We have a white blaze on that rock there. You go between a couple boulders right that way, and then down by Chica there's going to be another white blaze. So we have one here telling us this is where you're starting. I don't know if I can do it without my trekking poles. And then we have a white blaze there. Yeah, I can't do this one. I'm going to have to hang onto the rock. I'll get down around in between here, come out and right on down there, blaze on the tree, and away we go. So when you're on the trail and you see one of the white blazes looking this way, the one on top to the right, the one on the bottom in the middle, that means you have a right-hand turn. So we look down this way and we'll continue on down the trail. So just let you know which direction you should be turning. All right, I have a half a mile until I get to Tinker Cliffs, and I just continue climbing up a hill. Obviously you can't get up to the cliffs without climbing up to them, but as always the hills kick my backside, and I'm just slowly making my way up there. I won't record too much because there's no need for you to hear my panting as I'm trying to make it up this hill. Hoo-wee. Pretty neat that the trail is going to go right underneath that big rock. Whoops, I guess not. I don't know. Oh, I see. Okay, we're going up. I thought at first we were going to go under there. It's pretty neat looking, isn't it? Or at least I tell you here. Go to the right. There's another blaze on the rock up there. Oh, that was quite the balancing of the rock there. Oh, okay, so I'm going to the right over here. Up and around all of this. Up and around all of this. I'm not even to Tinker Cliffs yet. Still have a couple tenths of a mile to go. heading up the hill there. So we're at the top of Tinker Cliffs. The elevation is 2,952 feet. Beautiful view up here. There's a bit of a breeze, but it's overall a beautiful hiking day. Okay, more of a view as we're walking along the edge of this cliff. We've left Tinker Cliffs and now walking along the edge of the cliffs up here. There is one thing that, you know, if you were to trip, you'd be gone. That would ruin a good hike. I'm just keeping an eye on where I'm stepping, so if the video is out of sorts, sorry, but I sure don't want to be looking at my camera while taking the video, and well, the next thing you know, the disaster that has happened over the edge of the cliff. It's so pretty that up here to be able to see out like that. That's down the edge there. A lot of rocks and roots in this section of the trail right now. Let's see if I dare go out to the edge here. I think I can do this. If not, we'll know. There we go. Oh, the beauty. God's creation. Right about 0.2 miles away from the tenting site we'll stop at for the night. I'm just following along a little stream. Nice that they have a bridge here for us to go across, and I'm sure when it's raining it's bigger, but this is your stream right now. So it'll run down by our tenting site, so we'll be able to fill our containers down there, treat the water properly, and have plenty of drinking water for the night as well as for making dinner. Yeah. Well, the trail is good right now. It's nice to be going level, not climbing a hill or going down, but just going nice and level. It's great.